Hi, I'm Catharyn Baird, CEO of Ethics Game, and delighted to be with you again to have a conversation about some of the questions that really sort of bother us. Over the past several days, I've been asked what I think about the disclosure of Cesar Chavez and his abuse of women, sexual abuse, rapes, etc., that have caused a widespread movement in the community to wipe out his legacy as quickly as possible, although it probably cannot be wiped out as quickly as people would want. And as I've thought about it, I realize that it brings up a very interesting conversation about power and access to power. Chavez was the face of the Hispanic movement. He was able to organize amazing numbers of people in order to bring to light the plight of those workers. His work was done at the same time that the women's movement was gaining steam, where those of us who were women in that movement were talking about what was happening with women. And often it was around issues of sexual assault, diminishment. That happened at the same time as the Black movement. So we have three major movements happening where the thrust is, who is a human being able to be honored and be treated with respect? Now, as those have unfolded over the years, we have complications because those of us who are standing next to a man of color, next to a sister who's white, next to a Hispanic, have to decide what we're going to do when we see those kind of evils perpetuated. What do we do when we see a Hispanic worker who is dismissed? What do we do when we see sexual harassment running rampant, not just against women, but against members of the homosexual community? When do we speak up? We would pride ourselves that we're not going to do that kind of behavior. We would never diminish anybody. But we are so afraid that we are going to lose power. We're going to lose access to resources. We will be shunned. We will be somehow retaliated against, that we remain silent. And in that silence, in that complicity, we allow the threads of that discrimination, the threads of those abuses of power to move forward again. Currently in the United States, we're seeing abuses of power in ways at the political level that we have not seen for many, many years. And yet organizations and corporations and people feel silenced because they don't want retribution, because they don't want contracts taken away, because they don't want to be marginalized. For each of us, the question is, where will we stand firm in our commitment that we will treat each other and ourselves with respect so that even if an economic advantage is taken away, the conviction we have about how we should treat ourselves and each other is stronger than our commitment to economic security? That's the question all of us need to ask. I invite you to enjoy the conversation and see where you land. Thank you.